Youth Alliance for Tinubu Shettima, a foremost APC support group, has condemned activities of some youth wing, asking them to desist from blackmailing the presidency. At a news briefing in Abuja, the group claimed that certain youth groups are spreading false narratives on the personality of the Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila. They say governance is a collective responsibility, asking Nigerians to trust the ability of President Bola Tinubu and his team to pilot the affairs of the nation to a desirable height. They also clarified that all political appointments are made by the president based on individual antecedents and capacity.
Good people of our beloved country, Nigeria at large, to be wary of some unscrupulous elements who call themselves APC Youth Wing and the likes who are spreading propagandas just to seek attention. These cheap blackmail makers have been going around shortly with some concocted allegation that the Chief of Staff of the President is hiding some files from the President and also taking bribe to allocate appointment to political office seeker, of which all these cheap allegations are unfounded and mere blackmail.
The International Federation of Women Lawyers has held its triennial Regional Africa Congress in Abuja. The Congress offered the opportunity for FIDA members to converge, interact and exchange information on how to protect the rights of women and advance their cause. Celestina Iria reports.
On July 11, 2003 in Maputo, the capital of Mozambique, the AU heads of states and government adopted the protocol to the African Charter on Human and People's Rights of Women in Africa, the Maputo Protocol. It defined the rights of women and girls across the continent. Nigeria ratified this protocol in 2004, but has failed to domesticate and fully implement its provisions. This has continued to pose devastating consequences to the human rights of women and girls in the country. Nigeria's failure to domesticate the protocol has contributed to the deprivation of women and girls access to justice when their human rights are violated. The implication of not domesticating the protocol is far-reaching in a country like Nigeria, where patriarchy and all forms of discrimination and violence against women and girls is structurally enshrined in its socio-political and cultural systems. The Maputo Protocol on Women in Africa, Digital Technology as a vital tool for acceleration is the theme for this year's FIDA African Regional Conference. This is to allow female lawyers interact and share ideas as they access the protocol's past, present and future.
How I should find that mobile phone technologies particularly benefit them by increasing our access to information and facilitating collective action. For example, women who were unable to participate in the protests in Sudan, especially rural women, who are frequently restrained by deeply ingrained patriarchal norms, recorded and shared their support on social media platforms.
6 years after Maputo, 28 years after Beijing, and 44 years after SIDO, African women are still struggling for rights, voice, and speech.
To assess the status of women, how have we fared in these 20 years in terms of the rights of women, in terms of their recognition, in terms of their participation.
To effectively protect the rights of women, the National Gender Policy, which provides 35% affirmative action in favor of women, must be enforced at all levels of government and in political parties. Celestina Iria, TVC News, Abuja.